Hello, I'm Jong Da-yeon, majoring in architecture. My graduation design project is to propose a short-term, homeless shelter at a soup kitchen located behind Seoul Station. This project aimed to rediscover marginalized spaces as marginalized beings. Cities are filled with spaces, and spaces are filled with people. But after the pandemic, there was a new change in the city. Pandemic creates a physical distance between urban elements as a way of social distancing and self-isolation. Nevertheless, as a result of a series of collective infections, spaces are starting to close one by one, and spaces that cannot contain people are filling the city with only shape. The place that has been in operation for a long time was also rented after pandemic. There are people who are suffering double whammy in this social environment and relationship. As a group infection broke out at a homeless facility in Seoul, street homeless people are wandering around the streets again. Moreover, the number of homeless people on the streets, a potential source of instability that threatens the social security net, is increasing rapidly. I would like to take this opportunity to proceed with the design. The site is a soup kitchen in Jungnam-dong, Jungu, Seoul, located in the neighborhood behind Seoul Station. If you go down the pedestrian bridge 7017 to Seoul, you can see the only soup kitchen that is operated between tall buildings that are not operating. This soup kitchen is operated by renting a place that used to be a warehouse. Boulevard, Seoul Station, Boulevard, and an undeveloped neighborhood. Through this image, I could see that the site I chose was an isolated space in the city. The concept of social integration was to be applied to reinterpret and recycle alienated spaces as marginalized objects. It is to induce sharing. And I would like to share the facilities of Siloam Sauna right next to it. In addition, I would like to share the emergency stairs. And this space is connected through a scaffold that can be quickly manufactured and demolished. I wanted to present the possibility of homelessness by sharing things that could not be afforded by the financial sector. It is a vertical and horizontal process. First, it divides the existing long mass to provide an alcove space, lead communication through new cross-meeting. Secondly, the existing gable roof is flattened to provide a secondary layer. Third, a table space is created between the welfare space of the lower floor and the living space of the upper floor to provide a semi-external space for communication with nature and people. The table space is covered with a hexagonal morning glory iron frame on the column. This was motivated by the award-winning work that recreated Seoul's neglected overpass. It provides semi-external space for street homeless people who feel stuffy at the facility. You can set up a tent, take a walk, and avoid the rain. Residential modules that go up to upper floors are set up in hexagonal structures. This is to allow vertical structural forces to withstand at low cost. This module is processed into 3D modeling. It can be made or removed from the concept of putting an end out of a house. Also, it is not thrown away after use, but can be watched and used again if necessary. Existing homeless facilities were divided into simple beds within one space, revealing vulnerabilities to the space by the pandemic. This exposed the need for new individual spaces. Individual space leads a lot of economic support for homeless people. In order to mitigate this a little bit, the concept of honeycomb was applied in terms of structure to mitigate economic feasibility. It was an opportunity to discover the potential to recreate the underprivileged space through module, variable, rehabilitation, semi-external, and sharing. Thank you for your attention.